a lot of care homes will definitely not get C.o.S. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. So guys, before we dive right into today's video, please do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones, because this may just help someone expecting C.o.S, especially now. A lot of people have been asking me both on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, emails, and Facebook, like everywhere, when Home Office is going to start allocating courses. C.o.S is a certificate of sponsorship, and the certificate of sponsorship allows you to be able to apply for a visa to come to the UK to work. Now, if you have noticed, or if you have been following me on this channel, you'll know that there are no, like, when I mean there are, will I say just 2% of C.o.S now in the UK, because of what the UK government and the Home Office are trying to do to tackle all this scammers and so on, people selling their C.o.S without giving the employees job once they arrive in the UK. Now, a lot of care homes will definitely not get C.o.S. That's why I have to film this video, because this question is just everywhere. Fajira, when Home Office is going to start allocating C.o.S? With the present changes right now, a lot of care homes will not get their C.o.S approved by the UK Home Office. So you should start thinking of a plan B, just in case the company you're expecting did not get their C.o.S approved by the Home Office. You have to start thinking of what next to do, or which other company you have to apply to. And I'll go further to explain after reading this why a lot of care companies will not even have C.o.S. Just in case you're waiting for one of those companies, you have to start preparing your mind and looking up for another company to apply to that will definitely have C.o.S once the Home Office starts approving them. As you can see on my screen, on 19th February, we intend to lay immigration rules which will remove the rights for care workers and senior care workers to bring dependents, which will come into force on 11th March 2024. I'd already filmed a video about this, and if you have not seen that video, I'll leave it in the description box so you can go watch that video, because the UK government have already released it in the new statement of changes. Now, the rules will ensure that care providers in England will only be able to sponsor migrant workers if they are undertaking activities regulated by the Care Quality Commission, which is the CQC. This will help tackle the abuse of health and care worker visa routes that we have seen, and ensure that those coming through this route genuinely support the social care system. So now, remember that I filmed a video about this because the government had already implemented it now. It's on recent statements of changes in immigration rules, which I uploaded last week. Now, this has already come into force. A lot of companies have applied for their C.o.S, and which the government has said from the 11th of March, for a care company to be able to have certificate of sponsorship to sponsor any overseas employee, they must be CQC regulated. They must be registered with CQC. A lot of companies already have their license to sponsor from overseas, and they are not CQC regulated. So if you have applied to such company and you're waiting for your C.o.S to be out, then you have to think of plan B, because if beginning from March 11th, the care companies can only sponsor you from overseas if they are CQC regulated, and the care company you're currently waiting for your C.o.S from is not CQC regulated, and they are waiting for Home Office to allocate a C.o.S to them, Home Office will not approve the C.o.Ss they have applied for. The only way they can get their C.o.Ss approved or allocated by Home Office is if they had already submitted the application, done their CQC compliance, and they are now regulated by CQC. The Home Office will approve their C.o.Ss. Now, for you to be able to find out if the company you're waiting for your C.o.S is CQC regulated, you need to type the company on Google search and search for their CQC history, because a lot of care companies are not regulated by CQC. Moving forward, from what the UK government have said, that these rules will ensure that care providers in England will only be able to sponsor migrant workers if they are undertaking activities regulated by Care Quality Commission, which is the CQC. So if you're currently waiting for a COS from a company that is not secrecy regulated, then I doubt if you will ever get your COS. Recently, during my consultation, I've been opportuned to meet some people who actually paid to agents. They paid to get a COS from a company that is not even on the register of the licensed sponsors list. And the agents have already told them that the company has applied and they are waiting for Home Office to approve. Guys, before you do anything with any agent, make sure you're checking that the company you're applying to is already on the register of the licensed sponsors. If it's not on the register of the licensed sponsors, which I always talk about all the time, how do you get a job from such organization that will sponsor you from overseas? Don't fall for that this 2024. Now, if you're waiting for a company that is not secrecy regulated and they have told you that we have applied for COS, we are waiting for the Home Office to approve it, and once they approve it, we will allocate it to you guys. Keep checking if that company is now regulated by CQC, because if it is not regulated by CQC, you will just keep waiting and they'll keep telling you stories to the end, because the Home Office is not going to approve or allocate COSs to any company that is not secrecy regulated. If you watched my previous video, it stated there in the statement of changes that if you're already employed by a company that is not regulated by secrecy, except the sponsor license of that company has been revoked, if not, you can carry on to work with that organization. But moving forward, such organizations will not be able to sponsor people from overseas, except they already have a COS in their portal, which I don't think that they have a COS currently, because a lot of organizations do not have COSs. And if you manage to find a COS, you have to look at it very well, because recently I received how many COSs from people that booked for consultations. All of them were fake, and they have paid for this COS, and you can imagine how painful that is. So before you go to invest in anywhere that you're paying for COS, you want to move to the UK before 11th of March. 11th of March is not really far from now. I would say calm down, keep your money, and apply for jobs in a key organization that is CQC regulated, because with that, you're sure that that company can sponsor you if you're able to go through the recruitment process and you get the job. I'll be uploading videos on companies that are CQC regulated, so you can start looking at such companies, because from what it is right now, guys, if you are waiting for a COS, I have to repeat this again, because a lot of people have been bombarding me with this question. Fajira, when is the Home Office going to start allocating COSs? Those companies that are not secrecy regulated will not get their COSs approved, because from the statement of changes, 11th of March, you can't come in with dependents, and from 11th of March, companies that are not secrecy regulated will not be able to sponsor anybody from overseas. So don't let anybody deceive you, even if they have asked you to pay thousands of pounds. Please be very careful. Start checking the companies that you're expecting your COSs from. The Home Office will definitely start approving COSs, but they will only give it to those companies that are CQC regulated. So if you are somebody who is waiting for a company that is not on the licensed sponsors list yet, and you have paid money to an agent and so on, find that agent and start discussing on how they can give you your refund. Because if a company is not yet on the licensed sponsors list, how will they get COS? I've already seen some of them have got employment letter from a company that is not on the licensed sponsors list, and they said they have applied, they are waiting, it's going to take 18 weeks, it's more than 18, it's even going to almost a year, and you're still waiting. There is something really wrong with that process you have embarked on. So if you are currently waiting for your COS, be patient, because the Home Office will definitely start approving COSs. But if your company is not secrecy regulated, they will not approve it, and you're not going to get your COS. So check now after this video, go and find that on the register, or go and find out if the company you're waiting for the COS to be allocated to you from is CQC regulated. And if it's not, then you just have to start thinking of what next to do, start applying to other companies that are CQC regulated. For those who have been asking, oh Fajira, when is Home Office going to start approving COS? This is just the updates for you. They will definitely start approving COSs, but the time they will approve is what myself or any other person cannot tell you. Even those that work in the Home Office cannot even tell you that we'll start approving on so day. It depends on whoever that is in charge. So be calm and make sure that the company you're expecting your COS from is still on the register of the licensed sponsors. Also, is already secrecy regulated. If they are not on the register of the licensed sponsors list and they are not secrecy regulated, then I see no reason why you should be waiting for a COS from such organizations. So you have to wisen up this year, because a lot of people have been scammed because of this 11th of March. I will help your family move to the UK before 11th of March, and you see people paying money to people that they don't even know. People that even once they pay the money, they can't even get hold of them. Imagine somebody paying £6,000 and they gave her a receipt that it's for her training. So that's to say you can't even sue that organization to court, because you actually paid for training and that's what they did for your training. So you have to be very wise. When I mean you have to be very wise, there are lots of scammers out there. If you're waiting for COS, make sure you know what you're waiting for. You know the organization you're waiting the COS from. Some people have come to me to say, oh, Fajira, they said they will not disclose the name of the organization until the COS is out. How do you do that? How did you conduct your interview? How did you even get the job in the first place? How did you apply for the job if they cannot communicate the company they're expecting the COS from to you? So you have to be very careful, because like I always say in my video, that getting a UK COS does not guarantee that you will get a UK visa. And getting a UK visa does not guarantee that you will enter the UK without any problem. So you have to be very careful, because if you get all of this and you get to the airport and they ask, oh, how was your interview conducted? What are you going to say? You don't have anything to say because you didn't go through the recruitment process, and that's a red flag. You could be held at the detention center until they find out what next to do with you. If it's for you to be deported, then you will definitely be deported. I just also want to let you know that on daily basis there are deportation flights that leave the UK on daily basis, and I wouldn't want any of my viewers to be victims of such. So please be very vigilant, be very observant, and be very clever. Don't let anybody bring anything to you to sell. Oh, this is a company, this is that. Now what they are doing, they even go to the list of licensed sponsors and get a name of a company to you and say that's the company, and they create an email that looks like the company emails and start communicating. Please be smart. If you're waiting for your CS, and like I said, you're waiting for a CS from a company that is not on the licensed sponsors list, you won't get it. You're waiting for a CS from a company that is not secrecy regulated from 11th of March, you will not get a COS, because the Home Office is not even going to approve their COSs to such organizations. So this is just what it is. We've actually come to the end of today's video, and if you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family. On this channel, I share everything that will help you move to the UK without being scammed by anybody. So if you want to be safe and on the safe way to the UK, this is the best place for you to be. I get all the latest information, and I also tell you just the way it is, just like I've just shared now. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification, and also share this video with your friends and loved ones. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care of yourselves, and bye for now.